Welcome to Clipping the Apex's 2017 Formula 1 pre-season recap. I'm Nick Allflatt, and let's get into what's been going on leading up to the 2017 season. Starting with reigning world champions Mercedes, who've had a shake-up during pre-season in the wake of Nico Rosberg retiring less than a month after winning the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton looks to be confident as ever as he chases his fourth world championship that eluded him last season. Valtteri Bottas is the replacement at Mercedes for Nico Rosberg, bringing a new, more calm mentality to the German outfit. This did not help, however, during pre-season, as there seemed to be initial teething problems at Mercedes. Red Bull have had a very successful pre-season at the back of a good 2016 season. Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo both enjoyed wins last season and looked to be the favourites going into the Australian Grand Prix, and a few sponsors reappear on the Red Bull car that again came from McLaren. The dynamic between Ricciardo and Verstappen will develop a lot faster as Red Bull look to become the team that are going to be fighting for both the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championship this season. But how will this driver relationship develop? Hopefully for Christian Horner, nothing like the relationship between Rosberg and Hamilton at Mercedes. Ferrari continue to search for their championship-winning ways, keeping the same driver lineup of Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen. The Maranello-based team look to have secured the third best position on the grid. For sure, this season is the most important for Ferrari for what should be the last season for Kimi Raikkonen. The veteran will look to bowing out at the end of the 2017 season. Ferrari will be fighting to keep four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel at the team as well for the 2018 season. Sahara Force India sported a familiar livery for their pre-season test, harking back to the colours of their 2008 testing livery. Sadly for them, though, that is not enough to help their car during the winter, as financial problems are looking to beset the popular team. Esteban Ocon replaces the departed Nico Hülkenberg, who moves off to Renault, and Sergio Perez stays with the British outfit to see the 2017 season out, despite the fact it looks as though Force India have gone 3 steps backwards. Williams are in the same boat as Force India, it seems, especially in terms of financials, not making that much progress during the winter, if indeed any. Felipe Massa comes ahead of Formula 1's shortest retirement ever to replace the new Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas, which shocked and quite upset the paddock. Son of billionaire Lance Stroll takes the second Williams seat to be the only Canadian driver on the grid for a very long time. The money pumped in by Lance Stroll seems to have very little effect so far on the Williams outfit. McLaren have come on leaps and bounds since their shocking 2015 season and now look fairly competitive, and are also sporting the best driver lineup they have had since 2007, where they were sporting Alonso and Hamilton. However, Fernando Alonso could be out of the door at the end of the 2017 season if McLaren do not achieve a win, but they do have wonder kid and former GP2 champion Stoffel Vandoorne alongside, ready to learn from the two-time world champion. An orange blur appeared during testing, McLaren running an orange livery, the very same as their 2006 pre-season. At times before, it looked like Toro Rosso were catching up to Red Bull. Now it looks as far away as it did in their 2006 debut. The controversy with their driver lineup surrounded the USA Grand Prix last season, Danny Kvyat being signed ahead of GP2 champion Pierre Gasly. Carlos Sainz remains quiet while his management team is not. It is no secret that there is tension that Sainz feels he deserves a bigger team and a faster car. However, this year's Toro Rosso is neither. Gene Haas came out to the press during filming day in Austin to say that this season's rendition is 1,000 times better in every way to its predecessor. Romain Grosjean continues to lead Haas into Formula 1's dangerous world. Esteban Gutierrez lost out to Kevin Magnussen as the Dane joins his third different team in his third season in F1. The new Haas team car does have some underlying pace and will hopefully move itself out of the bottom half of the teams and look to build on their successful debut season. Since coming back to Formula 1, Renault didn't have the impact anybody expected. However, the 5-year plan that was mentioned when they rejoined is clearly starting to take shape. Renault has kept Haas honest, and now, with the German Nico Hülkenberg, the French outfit looks to be able to score some more points. Jolyon Palmer retained his seat through good results at the end of the 2016 season, and he will be continuing to fight to keep his seat at the end of the year. The Works team is a very highly coveted seat to that of the customer teams. Sauber managed to steal 10th place in the Constructors last season due to a last-ditch attempt from Brazilian Felipe Nasr, which oddly wasn't enough to keep the Brazilian on for the next season. Marcus Ericsson stayed on with a 1-year deal, and Mercedes prodigy Pascal Wehrlein will take the seat ahead of a long list of hopefuls. It is no surprise that the team is in trouble after losing their main title sponsor Banco do Brasil, and it will be hard for the team in 2017 due to this lack of financials. However, financials are more of a problem for Manor Racing, who are currently in a state of disarray and currently in administration. The team doesn't know if it will collapse from race to race. The drivers Felipe Nasr and Esteban Gutierrez signed on with a race-to-race contract that could potentially change at any time or collapse completely. Although having Sauber's old sponsor Banco do Brasil does help a little, it was those 2 points that their current driver Felipe Nasr got in Brazil that has surely ironically put the nail in the coffin of the Britain-based team, which will surely collapse by the end of the season, assuming they even get that far. So the Formula 1 teams are all packed up and ready for the Australian Grand Prix, and it's not long to go until the racing gets underway. From all of us here at Clipping the Apex, thank you, and we'll see you there in Melbourne.